Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. I'm OP, and in today's episode we'll be going over some of the best highlights from today's LEC 2024 Winter Split matchup. Without further ado, let's dive straight into the action.
We've got 3 summoners left. Have DOS and Exakick to try and survive. Jun tanks the tower. Exakick already down. First blood to Fnatic. Good knock up onto Jun though. Razork won't tank the tower afterwards. Now they can look for the re-engage. Noah and Razork. Do you want more here or do you just want the plate? Waiting for the Vault Breaker. There it lands. Noah tank the tower. Van Gogh. Torment would be, a Torment actually fits more with Van Gogh, but we're going to see another fight down towards the bottom lane as Isma goes in. Jun trying to tank this up, gets hit with the Blade Caller. Humanoid on his way as well. Good shuffle back as Razor's now in the midst of the fray. The Grass and more will get 2. SK very low, walking away wounded. Humanoid looking for a little bit more damage. Last Embrace going to hit on Exakick. He does have the flash. Will he get out in time? He escapes for now. Isma has flash, has jump, uses the flash early to escape. The dredge line crossing more, pulling him back, but confirm out.
He is naturally an aggressive player. He likes to fight, and he's been finding a lot of great plays. Dragon will be secured by Fnatic. Good secure there.
And a gold lead overall for Fnatic, about 1,300 gold ahead. Leads in top, leads in jungle. A sizable lead in form of AD carry as well, 700 gold.
Has the TP available.
They're going to look for it. Death charge onto Exakick. Last Embrace out. Razork diving forward. The Dawning Shadow as well as they just lock up Exa and they take him out of the fight. Isma trying to do everything he can here, but Humanoid tanks the tower perfectly. Jun takes the kill. Razork manages to survive. 100 HP, more than enough for the Fnatic dive.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Now the Dragon spawning. Fnatic have priority over it.
All out, coming out from Irrelevant.
Looking for a play.
Oscar pops the World Ender. Should just be able to walk away from this one. Does still have the flash. Puts the Infernal Chains back. Hold back with the Intofos. It's not going to be enough from Irrelevant. More about forcing Oscar out of the fight. Isma is on his way. Oscar still has TP flash, but he stays around to try and catch the wave. And now with Isma coming in, the Dawning Shadow, well, it will dawn on his death day. Irrelevant takes the kill.
He realized that he was on the weak side. Irrelevant did a good job of forcing that fight to set up for the potential dive. Even if he did try to retreat, I think it would have been difficult given that Isma and Exakick were already on their way up there. Anyway, regardless, they will lose their top laner, but in exchange, Fnatic get themselves their second dragon of the game and the bot tower. So they are in full control of this early game.
And importantly, the Rift Tower spawned before those extra 2 grubs were picked up by SK. So the grubs died. Oscar coming across. We'll see that that ward was just placed. Still clears it out and steps forward. Okay, Oscar, you should have known that that ward just went down. A little bit greedy to step forward towards the Tribush. SK were lying in Jenga, but people that love stacks do like the Jenga. As Isma locked up here with the depth charge, spiraling despair coming in as well, but he gets the shield. Jun has to flash away. Razork dashes onto DOS. And in the end, it's much ado about nothing as Isma is able to escape, but the Dawning Shadow flashed away. Dragon up in a minute. Isma would no longer have that summoner spell as Niski's locked up the charm on Razork. He tanks a couple of tower shots, but the heal will be enough to keep him alive. Oscar gets one though as Exakick flashes forward. Noah trying to dash away. Humanoid has a flash of his own.
Of the flash Q combo to then chain CC him into the ultimate to then find that execution. But the response from Irrelevant and Exakick was swift because Fnatic was forced to retreat. Now Oscar could be overstepping here.
There's the TP. Isma jumps across the wall, misses the knock-up. Oscar with the World Ender might actually escape from this. Nisty's going to slide forward. He still has the Emperor's Divide. And I spoke a little bit too hastily saying Oscar had a chance to get away from this because unless he plays this perfectly, there is just no escape. SK get their 7th. The Dragon up, going to be down to 4,500. Isma doesn't have the Magnet Storm and there's no Emperor's Divide or quickness, so SK are running short on utility themselves. Oscar steps in, the Dragon secured. There's the knock-up onto Oscar as well. He does still have the flash. Depth charge lands onto the back line. There's the Spiraling Despair as well. Irrelevant can try to get away from this, lands the 3-man knock-up. There's the all-out on Razork as well, but the cease and desist comes back off cooldown. Feather Storm out by Exakick. He falls low, but he doesn't quite die as Oscar in and tries to take him. The Searing Bolt going wide as Exakick sidesteps it. And in the end, it's another 2 kills and a Drake over to SK.
SK are navigating these fights very well. Great patient play from them. Ooh, Exakick ends up losing his life. He had no more tools left in the kit to escape from that one. Noah trades back a kill. But I mean, it's better. Most people don't look at the map medic.
Jun flashes away. Isma looking for the stun here as well. Magnet Storm lands onto 2. Dawning Shadow across as well. Feather Storm by Exakick, and he's a little bit split from this fight. Isma lands another stun. Irrelevant trying to get into the back line, but he's ceased and desisted by Razork, who does have
SK even have that top wave slowly pushing in their favor. The pressure is fully on to Fnatic right now. Oscar in 2 full levels behind.
Another stun onto Jun. TP behind by Irrelevant. Jun so low, tries to dredge line forward, but can't find anyone. Spiraling Despair on Isma. Well, Spiraling Despair for Fnatic as they consistently lose their first carry. DOS looking for the engage here, flashes forward, lands the double knockup, and in goes Niski. Sweeps them back, pops the stopwatch. Irrelevant now tanking the tower. The Dawning Shadow will be enough to help take out Niski, and Noah starts to open up the big guns. Exekick flashes forward though with the Blade Caller. The Feather Storms as the feathers fly, and Noah falls. Razork and Oscarinin trying to do everything they can to turn this fight around, and they'll do exactly that. Oscarinin with the World Ender trying to get onto Isma, but can't get close enough. Good knockback by Irrelevant. Dash forward by Razork, dash away from the Cassante.
Game open there. But unfortunately, a small misstep results in Fnatic bouncing back. So it starts off.
Fnatic are continuing to scale up though. 3 items on Noah. We'll have a look at his stacks in a moment. I'm going to guess 78 theirs. Only Isma on the side of SK has a flash. I haven't seen Irrelevant use his flash all game.
Here comes DOS.
Might be because he's got Ghost, as Isma can go forward. The dash in by Razork, dash away by Isma. Pathmaker, Oscarinin locked in the pit, charmed up. There's the Baron secured by SK. Isma gets it. Oscarinin now in the middle of the pit as Isma flashes away. Irrelevant takes down one. Exekick though so low in the back. DOS trying to do everything he can here. Niski pops a stopwatch for a second, but Humanoid's still alive and he has damn loads of damage to try and dish out. The fear back on Irrelevant. Razork will be locked up with the Pathmaker, and that is a very dead buy. He can try to dash the wall, but Irrelevant gets in his way. In the end, an incredible exchange for SK. Split. Niski kind of hovering between the 2 lanes. Irrelevant's now adopted the mid lane position, while SK investing 4 players down towards this bottom side. Isma locked up though underneath the tower as he tanks it. The charm onto Jun, not going to be enough for now as he manages to escape. Irrelevant TP's in, and immediately Fnatic like
making his way back towards the team to offer assistance. It's SK who have entrance to the Dragon.
The risk for SK is they don't have the quickness, they don't have the Magnet Storm, and they don't really have follow-up engage on Isma diving in. Isma falls low. Niski trying to get onto Jun as well, as he will be able to take out the Nautilus with a couple more auto attacks, but he hasn't got them down yet. He shuffles Jun away, and Oscarin's doing everything he can to help out his support. In the end, a 1-for-1 so far. Irrelevant trying to join the fray from the bottom side. The Vault Breaker charged up by Razork, but Irrelevant with his dancing shoes dodges to the side. Humanoid severing Bolt once again. The chase continues as Oscarin is knocked back. DOS goes back in. Razork coming in from the side as the Grasping Maw unable to find something in its teethy clutches. The Dragon started though, and SK won't be able to get into the pit. Fnatic get the soul.
Ends up being a 1-for-1. I think Niski really misplayed that fight.
Yeah. To 8. Fnatic trying to step forward. DOS still no quickness. 5,000 on the Baron. Isma sticking on it for now. Razork charging up the Vault Breaker, looking to get across the wall. Now they'll re-engage on it. Razork does have the flash. He has the blast go. Razork steals it. DOS forced low down towards the bottom side of the fight as Irrelevant tries to keep 4 members of Fnatic away. Maybe SK will want to take a bit more of the battle as the all-out comes out. Exekick flashes forward. SK know they need to find something now as they go in. The Root Caller coming out as Jun falls low, as does Razork. 2 so far. Irrelevant still healthy enough to rejoin if he can. Exekick forced down towards the bottom side. No flash, no Feather Storm, no hope of him getting away, but a good slide back from Niski into the stopwatch, into the quickness, into the charm, into Oscar falling. Niski goes down as well. In the end, Fnatic walk away with only 1 Baron buff.
It's still a great team fight for SK.
He'd be a very happy artist.
Once again, we find ourselves in the mid lane, fighting over the wave. Isma tries to land the stun. Exekick takes a chip of damage. Here we go.
Jun so low already. Jun almost down as Irrelevant now dashes forward, and Fnatic are on the back foot. 4v5. They have to try and find a way to get out of this alive, but Oscarinin has failed in that objective.
In the hands of SK. And they just consistently shut down this engage from Fnatic. It's always Jun. To see some of the good team fighting, but a lot of credit I really feel needs to go to Irrelevant. Look, they just walked their way in. Exactly what you need to do.
Just tanks for an absolute year. The Elder here as Humanoid's pulled back and exploded by SK. They're not going to be able to win the game off this minion wave, are they? I mean, the cannon's going to die, and then I feel like Fnatic should be able to clear the back
cares about those towers?
The backdoor bonus might be enough, as Irrelevant is still tanking the towers. Jun's going to dredge line away. Niski dives forward, but Noah's able to escape. Doesn't even have to burn the flash, and now they're underneath the Nexus towers. And although Irrelevant might not care, Niski definitely does. Noah's now going to open up on Irrelevant. He's locked up in the last embrace, and Irrelevant for the first time in 37 minutes falls.
142 stacks.
We only have 2 ultimates available for this next fight as Irrelevant steps forward. His is one of them, the all-out, still a possibility. The Emperor's Divide as well. Isma needs to jump away from that, but he doesn't have the time to escape. The Infernal Chain's just short. TP from Niski! TP from Niski! Noah stepping forward, DOS dashing away. The TP
Wait, they can just kill the TP.
They can look for Irrelevant. It's pretty hard to kill him, I'm going to say. He's only died once so far. This game pulled back from the Pathmaker. The Baron will fall, though, as SK secure it. The Blast Cone away by Irrelevant. Okay. Killing the TP a little bit more tricky.
Fnatic are looking for a numbers advantage fight. They have 5 members, but SK have Avenue into the base.
SK have the
who is shepherding who here?
I mean, Fnatic are trying to shepherd SK, but they're not very good sheep. I'm going to be honest. They kind of just run wherever they damn well please, as the inhibitor tower and the inhibitor will fall. Fnatic now make their way back into the base, but the bound up minions will light them. 6 if you include the boots, as the Elder is already down to 10,000. Can Razork pull a rabbit out of the proverbial hat? Can he find a steal, or will Irrelevant go for the engage first? Oscar in looking to the flank, X-Kick puts the feathers down, the Dawning Shadow will land on a lot as Oscar gets charmed up immediately, the cease and desist on the backline, but Razork just can't put the damage down, and Irrelevant can! He dives into Fnatic's backline as Nisqy dives forward to help him! It's 4 for 1 so far, the Elder on the menu for SK if they want it, but I think they want a much juicier prize.
That fight was cut and dry, and they're going to add insult to injury and send Noah back to the fountain. 5 members alive. SK will secure the victory here in game 1.
A very back and forth affair between them. Irrelevant, definitely the MVP for SK, carrying them through the game and taking them to 1-0 in the series.
R is also perfectly fine. Irrelevant, very good Gnar player. He's got a very long history on it, all the way back to his Misfit days. It was something that he was often going towards, and something he's shown great proficiency.
Get rid of Doran's Blade on your Ezreal. You're not going to do too much work. Instead, get the objective, get yourself a plate, a little bit more gold in your back pockets. One of the great things about playing a ranged support like the Ashe is you can always argue that you should share the plates. And as a support, getting that 63, to 100 extra gold, it's just so nice. Who would pretend to be me? Very true.
Oscar in and getting bullied a little bit. Noah
gets hooked. Isma's looking for the flank here as well. The flash away. Noah. Fnatic fans just absolutely cursed him. Positioning was quite aggressive. As we see the arrow come through in the mid lane, hits onto Nisqy. Humanoid's going to land the chains as well. The True Shot barrage is enough, and Nisqy doesn't get a chance to move. Control trade. It's not going to be the Drake yet, though, because there's still 30 seconds before that's up, Vedi.
Isma's getting this deep vision, looking for a potential dive. Noah recognizes he's on the weak side. Going to use his ultimate to thin out the wave.
Noah has no flash.
Dangerously
DOS
close.
has ult. Yeah, this is not the easiest from Noah as the stun lands, but a good enchanted crystal arrow means that Noah gets a sidestep. The arrow from Jun saving his AD carry's life, delayed enough time so that Isma could not land the follow-up CC.
Now, the question is, do SK feel strong enough to force this dragon? Rome, Humanoid was very quick to follow him, and he was harassing him all his way towards the bot side of the map.
Good wallop, knocking to the wall there for Oscar. Irrelevant goes mini, Oscar.
Very close. Of course, he would still have the passive, but if Irrelevant could proc that, he'd be pretty happy. Razork, though, sitting pretty comfy right now.
I was wondering if Irrelevant, but even then, I don't think your blood boils at 37 degrees, otherwise we'd all be dead, Vedi. Isma looking to take us out of our misery with this conversation, going for that fight. Blue buff secured by Isma, I believe. Razork chases him away, though, and there's the kill. Fnatic get their second on the board. Meanwhile, in the top lane, Irrelevant continues to harass and harangue. Oscar winning.
Nice trade once again from Irrelevant. Isma sacrificed his life for a blue buff. I think Fnatic will be pretty happy with that trade. They're continuing to mount advantages. Tower going to be secured in bot lane. That tower is getting very low in mid as well. They're looking for the dive.
Where are you going, Nisqy? Emperor's Divide, flash away initially. Razork dashes forward. The Emperor's Divide comes back. The Dawning Shadow shield, not enough. As Humanoid and Razork able to tank up both the towers and escape.
Nice movement from Fnatic from bot into mid. They find another pick, but Irrelevant still standing strong in the top lane in game 1 here. Humanoid, though, has been left by his jungler.
No tower here for him. Isma might just use the Magnet Storm initially. There's the slide forward, the arrow going wide. Humanoid tries to survive, but doesn't really have anywhere to go. Nisqy takes the kill. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, Noah takes the tower.
Yeah, I will say, that was probably a mistake on Humanoid's part.
Oscar in court. Razork might just look for the Drake here. Oscar is going to take a long time to kill. Nisqy now stepping back. Oscar in already low. Extra kick with the Dawning Shadow. The Drake secured by Noah. Oscar in dies. No fight ensues. But the Dragon goes over to Fnatic.
So, okay, it's a kill for Drake, but I really think that's what that was close. Here comes Humanoid.
There's the arrow.
Ooh, Nisqy won't fall for the same trick twice. Regardless, Jun and Irrelevant will now go face to face. Naturally, you give the advantage to Irrelevant.
I think Irrelevant wins these. Yep, Irrelevant wins these. Isma here to back him up. And
Irrelevant will just be like, all right, we'll have enough.
For Fnatic, TP's behind. There's 2 invested. That second one will be seen because it's on a control ward. The arrow does land onto exakick, who's now trying to get away. Hook from DOS as well. Oscar in and tries to get on the back line, but misses the stretching strike. The investment from DOS was a deadly one as he sacrificed Wordles or LOLs, right? It's like, if you don't guess the champ action, I'm just going to run back and hit your tower. You get the Rift Herald in. Isma has to flash away here as Razok was on the way. The Enchanted Crystal Arrow dodged away from him as well. DOS, Hex flashing away. Isma doesn't really have a place to go here. The Magnet Storm still locking Razok against the wall, but with the TP coming in from Niski, Irrelevant's looking for that Mega Gnar. Bar building up, Humanoid keeping them so far at bay though. Irrelevant has the Megas charged up now. Chun flashes forward. Irrelevant goes in for the Mega Gnar, but it only lands onto 2. Is that enough? Irrelevant then dashes away. Niski slides in though. Perfectly played by Niski as SK managed to find 2. They lose their support for it. Niski trying to kill off Razor, but can't quite get the damage down. In the end, a 3 for 2 in favor of Fnatic. Make it 4 perhaps as exakick tries to run from the Karma, but it's out to get him. Can't quite find it as now Humanoid has overstepped. Will be a 3 for 3 in the end. He has, Vetty.
Yep, he has.
With the chip damage down, Irrelevant building up that Mega Gnar. No flash for him, makes it harder for him to get access that back line. Enchanted Crystal Arrow hits Isma. They're looking to burst him down. Oscar in and dives forward, and the smite secured by Razork. And now the fight perhaps secured by Fnatic. Irrelevant trying to get towards that damage, but he just can't get enough down. Exakick caught out by Razork, and DOS and SK now starting to retreat. The death charge comes out at the end of the fight, and once again, and a date with Mad Lions Koi awaits them Friday of next week. 24 minutes in, there's the Baron, 1,000 gold lead for them as well. That's how engaged they were looking for. Irrelevant splitting off in the top lane. We'll be able to get a tier 2 here, but they're sacking 2 tier 2s for it. Obviously a net gain for Fnatic. Niski tries to clear out the wave, or at least chunk away at Oscar in. Enchanted Crystal Arrow going wide there. Isma dashes back with a wave state in mid lane. Very healthy for Fnatic. They'll get an inhibitor tower out of this. TP behind by Irrelevant. He's built up that Mega Gnar bar. Now Razork's got a little bit too deep. Rooted up, locked up. Irrelevant trying to run away from the rest of Fnatic. Razork locked up with a depth charge as well. Should fall here, but the heal gets him out in time. Irrelevant goes into Mega. Does not have the flash, but he has the dash to only bring back Humanoid, and now SK are on the back foot, forced away. As Noah gets a shutdown, Niski puts the Emperor's Divide up, but those bodyguards aren't saving anyone. Fnatic looking for the win.
SK just can't find a good engage. Fnatic used their range beautifully, and they're going to look to end this game in 26 minutes.
Exakick, DOS, and Isma. It's all on them to try and defend the Nexus, but Oscar in is tanking the Nexus towers. We saw SK overstep a little bit in this position in game 1, but Fnatic do not do the same. The Nexus in their eyes, they don't care about the kills. Give them game 3.
Really well played poke comp from Fnatic. It was a slow early game, but they knew what their win conditions were. So again, a lot of the engage falls on the responsibility of Isma, and Fnatic have just said, okay, we'll go on.
Oscar in. What's he building? What's he crafting?
Looks like he's going to cancel it.
Ruby Crystal gets it.
I think he's dead here, Medic.
I think he might be as well. Now, he does have tools to escape. He puts down the pillar. He'll flash forward, land a double knocker, but no one tanking the tower yet. And now, Isma dives in to tank the turret. Oscar is dead.
Forward. The level 6 has been hit. Here comes the ult. Here comes the dive.
So Razork's on his way. They'll go for Jun because he doesn't have cleanse. There's the gold card. There's the lockup. Exakick running past as well. And Jun falls first. DOS tanking the tower. Razork joins up with his teammates. Humanoid on his way with the level 6 as well. They lock up Niski for a second, but the stun card into the handshake, into the pool, back into Razork. Falling again. Exa dies to the tower. DOS dies to the auto. Niski almost falls to a missile barrage from the side. In the end, a 2 for 2.
The good news for SK is that Exakick gets one of the kills, so he is able to take advantage of the cash stack. The bad news is that Exakick also ends up losing his life, and the people that got the kills...
Really bad news for Oscar in here, by the way. The equalizer's down, and Irrelevant's going to burn him out.
Solo kill.
Yeah.
Irrelevant has just had Oscar with his skills.
Oh, fight in the mid lane happening right now. DOS getting chunked away. Handshake out. Humanoid running low on mana. Won't have too many missiles in the chamber. Niski falling short here, though. The gold card into the bailout. Will it be enough? Isma flashes forward. Razork flashes for another kill. 1 for 1 so far, but now Jun is in the midst of SK and he'll fall. Irrelevant coming in from the side as well. No equalizer for him. Razork, no flash, and with Exakick on his way, there's the gold card, and Razork will burn. They'll give it to Exa if they can. SK now 7-3 up. Now, He just equalizes the wave. Will go back. His first item, Razok on the grubs. So objectively, as in terms of objectives, Fnatic ever so slightly ahead because they're 1 grump to 0 and there's no Drakes taken yet for SK. But in terms of gold, I think SK are sitting pretty right now.
They're relying on their scaling. The range is the big thing that we talked about.
Noah has cleanse, but Jun does not. Exa puts the whirling death down, and Jun is meeting his maker. Call of the Forge God from Oscar in, and he's low though. Humanoid trying to join the fray as Isma lands the stun. Niski sacrifices himself once again for the good of the team. Isma's trying to jump away. The cease and desist into Magnet Storm will end this up being a 2-for-1 in favor of
Dragon. And in terms of objectives, they're in a good spot. Noah going to grab himself a plate as well. You look at the goal difference between the AD carries. It's 3-3 relevant in the top lane.
Isma's going to get arrowed. Tries to mount up and get away. Niski's here though. Flash from Isma. Call of the Forge God still connects. Jun trying to put the damage in from the side, and now the collapse does begin. Irrelevant does have TP as well, and there we go. Stun card immediately onto Noah. No cleanse available for him right now. The Whirling Death landing onto all 4 members. Exa kick falls low. Will they bring it back in time? They just had to kill Razok, but they do it a second too late. They still find 2. There's 3. As Irrelevant starts to open up. The flames spitting and SK's engine purring as Fnatic already lost 4 of their players, and the flash from Humanoid won't come out. He knows he's done for. Between the 2 teams, Drake up in a minute 30. But Irrelevant has a needlessly large rod and a Leandries. He is absolutely shredding through Fnatic. They don't have a dedicated tank outside of Oscaridin, and Oscaridin fell so far behind.
More of these mid-game plays. I'm just a little worried for SK in terms of being able to force the fights that they want now that Fnatic find themselves with 2 dragons. We'll see how it goes though. Fnatic will also secure that bot tier 1. The Herald now unlocked for SK.
Humanoid also had the passive through that whole sequence of events here as well. With Exa kick,
there's 4 people
becomes
now.
A little bit less tanky. There's the TP, Enchanted Crystal Arrow coming down as well, and Isma's tanking the tower. He's locked up for days. Isma will fall. Fnatic react perfectly in the top lane. Razok can look for more cease and desist, the possibility. Go for Irrelevant. You have to feel the call. He flashes early. Knows that he would have been a key target there for Fnatic.
Fnatic overstacking on top means that Niski can secure a mid-tier 1. But that arrow from Jun was crucial. CC.
Things continue on their current trajectory. Winner of this obviously plays up against Mad Lions Koi on Friday. Yes.
Wait, hang on. Isma face checks.
Arrow goes wide. Isma has flash, can dash this wall, but the cease and desist will lock him up. The flash comes out. The true shot barrage will be enough to get the kill. Call of the Forge God as Fnatic start to pray for a good fight today. Irrelevant puts the equalizer down. Oscaridin diving forward. Hostile takeover not enough, but Exa kick might be as Humanoid falls low. Noah and Humanoid blinking health bars. DOS falls first though. Irrelevant unable to get further into this play as Razok steps a little bit too far and he's down. Good knock-up from Oscaridin though, and now already Humanoid
has the package
has the TP.
Here he comes.
There it is. TP's forward.
Yeah, Fnatic want to fight this. They feel strong.
DOS's hostile takeover not up yet. Isma on the front line. Big damage from the Whirling Death. Isma lands the stun onto Razok. Irrelevant trying to find a good equalizer. The arrow going down once again. The equalizer comes out and Jun will burn. Isma now in the midst of 3. The hostile takeover finds 2 as Noah has to dash away across the wall. Razok caught in the middle as Isma's brought to back, but doing their best job at not being suspicious here. As the Destiny comes out, Razok's going to try and get into steal, but he's only got the blast cone and Niski's there to stop him. The true shot barrage will not be enough. Niski's going to get locked up, but he can Destiny. He's felt his presence.
That's true.
Shaking them, trying to find out what's inside as DOS lands the handshake onto Razok, the gold card to the follow-up, and Razok's locked up, equalizer down, hostile takeover used, a lot invested.
Now they can siege. They're gonna melt through this tower. The stun comes on to Exa kick, but he has his team to defend him. Another tower gets unlocked. SK now playing it safe, choosing to reset. This is looking fantastic for SK.
It does feel a little to scale, and they'll be at 4 items on Noah instead of just the 3 where he currently resides. So they're going to go for this top lane tier 2. True shot barrage out again, and Exa kicks low. Call of the Forge God being brought down. A prayer sent up by Fnatic as Exa kick falls lower. Malignant's ticking away on him. Niski with the gold card lands onto Razok with a flash forward into the double stun. Irrelevant, no equalizer for him. The chase continues here from Fnatic. A good handshake will pull them back. Razok falls first. Arrow onto Isma. The re-engage a possibility. Irrelevant Look at that equalizer timer, Eddie. Top left corner, it's almost back up, and there it goes. The whirling death on 2. As Irrelevant flashes forward, pops a stopwatch, and pops Fnatic where they stand. A beautiful re-engage from SK as they wipe away Fnatic. And is that enough to close out this game?
With the Baron buff and an ace, they can look to try and break into the base of Fnatic. All 5 members dead. Razzle going to be alive in 10 seconds. These health bars are blinking from SK. It's going to be a close one. I think it's just going to be an inhibitor and a back away. But we were just singing his praises. And typically it's a caster curse, but it was a blessing in disguise as Irrelevant lands an incredible equal.
There's the arrow onto Isma. Razzle stepping forward, Bolt Breaker out, Isma low. Goes in, tries to steal it, but no one secures it. The corner of the Forge God comes out, and even with the hostile takeover, Fnatic have already taken over the fight. They found one.
Lose that summoner
spell. Oh, Noah has the cleanse still here. Will use it immediately as Nisqy thinks he can take him on in an ADC battle. And Noah, he's going to have that back up in time. Baron down to 10,000.
Could very well be it.
Puts a little bit more damage on it. Irrelevant looking for that
Keep
flank
your eyes
position.
on
No
Isma.
flash for him. Isma goes in, only finds one. Noah still has the flash. The equalizer lands on 2, but Isma falls low. Redemption will bring it back up a little bit, but he's getting chunked. The big one from Humanoid alongside Noah enough, and now Irrelevant is in the wrong side of the rift. He's burnt out by Fnatic. Nisqy chipped away at as well as Humanoid flashes. Exa blocks him. Humanoid finds one. Exa flashes away.
Noah goes for
Noah's
it.
looking for more. Noah doesn't want it to end here. Exa can't find the damage. Stun card from Nisqy. The misses the wild cards, wouldn't done enough. In the end, a 4-for-1 in favor of Fnatic, the Baron in their eyes.
But they found the fight that they were looking for. The engage was good from Isma, but it wasn't good enough.
Nisqy's TPing, Nisqy's TPing.
Is he going to try and end the game?
He's going to look for the end. They don't have Baron in power vehicles yet. There's the TP. Can he take it in time? It's ADTF. Will he get it in time? Oscar's going to get back. Nisqy gets one Nexus Tower. The stun card, not enough. The entire Crystal Arrow coming out as well. But Nisqy won't be able to do this. He'll take 2 Nexus Towers, but the recalls come out in time. He tries to get away, but he can't escape today. Ooh. Double Nexus.
Backdoor at any moment. Fnatic have control over the mid-wave. And here we go. Isma being chipped away at. This is where Fnatic feels the most comfortable. Their poke damage doing good work. Arrow
onto Nisqy. Isma going in. Equalizer laid down by Irrelevant. They're putting so much damage down with the hostile takeover as well. 1-for-1 so far as Oscar in and flashes away. Noah trying to do everything he can. Irrelevant on the backline though. Humanoid burning. Humanoid ticking down and he'll fall. John low as well. Irrelevant goes out. Now Noah in a 2v1 trying to...
But SK think that they might be able to.
Noah just wants to chip here. True shot barrage dodge.
Oh, he's playing at the edge.
Goes forward. Arrow onto DOS. Isma can block. He doesn't though. Isma just lets well. Isma has to pull off a steal to end all steals here because it's already down to 3,000. He backs away. Elder secured the whirling death. Not enough. The arrow dodge to the side of, but the cease and desist onto Irrelevant will burn him down. Nisqy's in the base. The TP from Humanoid. Execute can stop it. He doesn't have it. He doesn't have the blood rush to stop it. He can't stand him to the side. But John's down. Noah can open up now as Execute will fall. Humanoid kills off Nisqy. And that's it. That's game. Fnatic will make their way to a match with MDK.
Fnatic are able to find the fights that they need to turn this game around. It's heartbreak for SK, but it is nothing but cheers from the arena as the Fnatic fans erupt.
Noah once saved the entire animal population of the world, and here he has saved the Fnatic faithful on his back. Fnatic will make it through to the final weekend of winter.
These were some of the best highlights from today's LEC 2024 Winter Split matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.